Hey, this is Roger Thunder, the Desert Shaman. Sometimes I like to comment on, I just did a series of consciousness raising videos, which I'm sure you have seen, or if you haven't, you should go check them out. Because why I did that is because exactly for the reason that I'm going to talk about today, so you can see through the bullshit. Once you get into that higher realm, and you raise your consciousness, then you can see things better. You can see through things. You can see how people are trying to manipulate you. Why? Because you've learned how to manipulate your own energy and you've learned how to control your own thoughts so you can see better what's going on in the outside world. I thought I'd talk a little bit today about geopolitics and politics because it's timely. And maybe I can help you see through some of the bullshit here. Now, we just got done with this midterm thing, and I have said time and time again, and I've told people time and time again, and they just refuse to listen, that the midterms and politics and excuse me, all that stuff doesn't mean a goddamn thing. Doesn't change anything, nothing's going to change. All these people got all excited about the red wave and the Republicans are going to take the House and the Senate and blah bitty blah blah on and on and on. And the Democrats are in for a big law. Nothing changed. Nothing worked out like people thought. It was all just hype. It was all just a farce. And it doesn't really matter, like I said, who gets in. It doesn't really matter whether it's Republican or Democrat. They're both wings of the same bird. They're both connected to the same source, and that same source is evil. It's evil. It's a smokescreen. It's out there to make you think like, oh, if I vote for this person, well, then things are going to get better. Or if I vote for this group of people, things are going to get better. Wake up. Wake up. See things for what they are. See how they use covert action. See how they use NLP. See how they use mass hypnosis. See how they use you. Use your emotions. They know how to manipulate emotions. Excuse me. They know how to manipulate your emotions and they know how to manipulate you, period. End of story. So that's politics. That's these guys running around in suits and ties, sitting in chambers, acting as if they're little gods, coming up with bills to pass, okay, or laws to pass, or appropriations, and all of this stuff that you really know nothing about. You really know nothing about. Do you know what it says in all the bills that they bring up? Do you know what it says when they, appropriate funds for this or that? Do you know where the funds go? No, you don't. Face it. What good are these people? You're paying your tax dollars out there and they're playing games on you. Now let's take this to another level. Let's take this to the geopolitical level. Let's take this because geopolitics, geographical politics, which means politics on a global scale, or politics on the scale of geography that includes all nations and what's going on in the world, and this war and that war and the war in Ukraine and the sanctions and the trade embargoes and everything else that goes on in the world. You think that's any different than politics on a local level? Because you go on, let's take this war in Ukraine, for example. As a strategist, I'm kind of an amateur strategist, being a martial artist and having read books, like Sun Tzu's Art of War, and I kind of to me it's kind of like, well, can I follow this? Can I figure this out? Can I see through the bullshit? Can I see through it? Can I figure out what these people are up to here? Now, from a purely strategic level, you should be able to figure stuff out if you have any kind of, let's say, chess mentality, okay, like chess moves, that type thing. If you have any kind of mentality in that regard, it's actually kind of fun to sit there and look at what they're doing out there. Try to figure it out. But see, here's the thing. It doesn't matter how good a chess player you are, or how good a strategist you are, or what you think you know, even me included. You go out there 1 minute and it's a certain narrative, let's say with the war in Ukraine, and I'll give you an example. Well, Russia is going to attack when the winter comes in. That has been the strategic thought. Russia's going to attack when the winter comes in. They're going to attack Ukraine, and they're going to, when the ground freezes, and they're going to end this conflict once and for all so that people aren't suffering anymore. Well, that would be a plus. As far as the art of war goes, that would be a plus. Let's get this thing over with. But then you tune in the next day, and here's the example. You tune in the next day, and they're saying something like, well, there's been a stall, and Russia probably won't do this until the spring, and then you hear all this, there's behind-the-scene talks, and then one side says, no, there's no behind-the-scene talks, and the West is saying, oh, there's behind-the-scene talks, and we got people from the top spy agencies in Russia and the U.S. talking. Or we got diplomats, these supposed diplomats, okay, quote unquote, behind the scenes talking. And then the next minute it's like, so now they're talking, but, like a month ago or 2 months ago, it was like, it's nuclear war, and Russia's gonna do this, and Russia's gonna use the nuke, and then Russia comes back, oh, there's gonna be a dirty bomb, and then there's gonna be this and that. I mean, this shit just goes on and on and on every day, to the point where it's the theater of the absurd. It's the theater of the fucking absurd. It's tension and release, tension and release, tension and release. That's what it is. It's really, it's easy to see through. So what is the agenda behind tension and release, tension and release? Well, all these people, okay, down here on this low-level sleeper consciousness, I call it, the sleepers. There's the sleepers, and then there's the keepers, okay? The sleepers are the ones that are easily manipulated because their consciousness is on a very low level. And then there's the keepers that are more shamanistic and have a higher level of consciousness and see this shit for what it is. I think George Carlin said it best when he said, it's a big club and you fucking ain't in it. You're not in it. So that just about puts it right where it should be. So it's a tension and release thing, okay? It's like get you anxious, and then, oh, everything's going smoother, and then, no, everything is going bad. No, I thought it was going smoother. No, it's going good. No, it's going bad. or they're talking peace and then they're not talking peace, and they're doing this and this. It's politics, people. It's no different than the politics that you see anywhere. And look at these leaders, look at these politicians. Go to, just go to any site and look at these jokers like, oh, I mean, don't look at Biden too long though. You don't want to have nightmares. Don't look at Pelosi too long. You know, you might think you're stuck in Halloween for the duration of your life. Don't look at Schumer. Don't look at these absolute nerds, you know. I mean, they don't even look good physically, let alone spiritually. I mean, these people are, they look like aliens, man, or they look like, zombie apocalypse or something. They don't look healthy. They don't look vibrant. They don't look, and how do they keep standing for so long? That's what I want to know. How do they keep standing there for so long? It's it makes you wonder, what are these people zombies? Are they being shot up with some kind of, I don't know. Or are they an illusion that's being projected upon us? The thing is that it makes no sense. And I have to laugh about it because I've talked about this so long about how people shouldn't buy into the status quo of, politics. I've I've beat this drum for years about, why are you paying any attention to dogmatic beliefs? Religions are dogmatic beliefs. They have dogma there. They have the morality and the immorality and the rules and the regs and that kind of stuff. So what is politics? What is government? Rules and regulations that they break all the time, but they don't care if they break them. But if you break the rules and regulations, then you're in trouble. How dare you question the rules, the rule-based order? What rules? Whose rules? Made up rules? So this is just something that, I'm seeing out there. I think that it's a good case in point for my last series of videos about raising your consciousness, trying to get into a spiritual frame of mind, trying to get to that point where you look at this stuff and it actually becomes laughable. It's a joke. I mean, you really got to laugh at it. You can't even really take it seriously. See, that's the point of having a higher consciousness and Taoism and spirituality and shamanism is seeing things for what it is, seeing the illusion that they keep. It really is smoke and mirrors. That's a great term, okay? Because they like to blow smoke up your ass, number one, and they like to mirror their reality upon you, okay? So that's a perfect saying, smoke and mirrors. Blow smoke up your ass and mirror their reality on you. You have your own reality. You have your own means of manifesting the things that you want in this life. You have your own means of looking at things as they should be looked at, and that is the fact that they're an overlay. They're an overlay on your consciousness. They're an overcoat. It's like, no, I don't want that coat. I'll take my coat of many colors or whatever. I'll take my coat of the wide spectrum of being able to see things for what they really are. So I might do a couple of videos this week or today or whenever. I'm kind of on a roll here. I got this platform now so that I can just pop them out as I see fit in the morning after my morning cup of coffee or whatever. I think my next I'm contemplating doing a video on Tantra. However, I might do a video on the left-hand path before I do a video on Tantra, because the Tantra that I practice is the Tantra yoga that I practice is the left-hand path. And I think that maybe we should talk a little bit about the left-hand path and the right-hand path and what that means. So I might cover that in my next video. I might do it later today. So anyway, I'm going to keep these videos short, especially these type of videos, because I don't want to dwell too long on the absolute insanity of the news, the olds, because it's the same old thing, day after day after day after day. It's a repetitive thing with a slight alteration to keep you interested, okay? Or a slight distraction here or a slight distraction there. An event here, an event there, a twisting of the same event over and over and over again, to where people that are even commentators, people that are even strategists are sitting there scratching their head going, what? What's going on here? Well, yesterday I said that this was going to happen, and now the whole scene has changed overnight. The whole complexion of the scene has changed overnight. So even the best of the strategists and the best of, let's say, the commentators or analysts don't have a clue as to what's going on. So, we could all get sucked into that trap. But I have consistently said, all along, for the years and years and years that I've been doing videos from a shamanistic point of view, I have beat the same drum over and over and over again that you're being tricked, you're being led down the garden path, you're being manipulated. There is complete evil behind everything that's being done for a long time now, not just recently. Man, I go back and I see videos I did 10 years ago, and I'm basically saying a lot of the same stuff I'm saying now. And it's always been a plea, okay, for people to wake up. It's always been a plea for people to protect themselves on some level by having knowledge. And I've done a lot of other things too about the native indigenous tribes and how they were tricked and how the history doesn't really change that much. It's basically the same playbook over and over and over again. So I take a little break here and then and do mundane shit like this, and then I'll do higher spiritual stuff. But if you're going to watch somebody, you might as well watch somebody that covers the whole gamut of everything. I notice when I do spiritual stuff, people actually like to hear bullshit. They like to hear tragedy. They like to hear agendas. They like to hear, they like to hear lies, is what they like to hear. They like to, or they want to hear the world news, or they want to, I don't know what it is. It's some kind of morbid curiosity, I guess, that makes them want to hear titillating stuff, Kind of like that old saying from the mainstream media: if it bleeds, it leads. If it bleeds, it leads. In other words, people want to hear about the blood and guts and horror and war and mass shootings and what's the problem here? What's the problem here? Why do people like that kind of stuff? Well, because it's been programmed into their head through religion and biblical stuff and societal stuff and government nationalism and war and I mean, this list goes on and on and on. You have been programmed. You are programmed robotic creatures, is what you are. Because why is it that mankind is attracted to morbid shit? People getting killed, people getting blown up, people getting raped and murdered, people, oh, I gotta see that, man. It's like clickbait on these videos. It's really kind of sad. It's really kind of sad. I mean, we've gotten so far away from what's real that it's it's insanity, It's insanity. It's like, you know what insanity is? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and thinking that there's going to be a different outcome when there isn't. That's the definition of insanity. And isn't that what people are doing when they go out and vote? Isn't that exactly what they're doing? So basically what they are is insane. They're doing the same thing. They're going out through the same process. They're going out voting for the same uh, Democrats or Republicans, the same the same ideology, the same this and the same that, thinking that things are going to get better. And do they ever get better? Have they ever gotten better? No, they haven't. Things never change. It's not about the people. It's about the paycheck. It's about the money. It's about what they can do to make more money, gather more resources that they can burn. So anyway, wow, I just had a little glitch there in my recording. We'll see how that works out. Maybe that's a sign. I think I'm going to leave it there today on this mundane bit, and probably you'll be hearing from me soon on the Tantra and the left-hand path thing. So stay tuned. Oh, I want to thank people, by the way. There's been a few people that have donated and are enjoying the book that I have sent them instantly. Let me show you how to do that real quick. I guess I should do that. Let me go here to, hold on. Yeah, this is Spirit of Crazy Horse, my website, spiritofcrazyhorse.com, but also it's in the show notes below. If you want a PDF copy of this book, Listen to the Wind, Speak from the Heart, go up here and donate $10 or more to PayPal, and I will get your email through them, and then I will send you off the book instantly. I mean, like that day. Now I notice some people have gone down here and hit buy now. No, that's not where you want to go. That's for a hard copy. That's if you want a hard copy. And my hard copies are on Amazon right now, but they're out of print as far as me having copies physically. So don't order this personalized signed copy. I need to order more books before you do that. So go up here and donate $10 or more, and I'll get your email and I'll send you the PDF version, the electronic version. You can read it instantly on your computer, and I'll send you probably send you the copy, the cover too. So anyway, I'll leave it there today, and I might be back today with a later video, I don't know, or tomorrow. So subscribe if you're here for the first time and you like what I'm doing, and like the video, all that good shit. Everybody says, I mean, is that the way you get thousands of subscribers? I don't know. But comment if you like, and anyway, I'll leave it there for now. I think I might talk about Leonard Peltier too on some future videos. So anyway, adios.